More than 20 years after the original Gladiator, the sequel is happening. Here is everything we know about Gladiator 2's release, cast, and story, and fans get a huge update from the crew. Let's see what it is. Gladiator 2, which has been in various stages of preparation for 20 years following the box office and Oscar triumph of the first Gladiator, will eventually be released in 2024. However, it will be considerably different from the Russell Crowe film from 2000. The Gladiator sequel is officially in production, despite several story concepts shifting and ups and downs along the way. In 2000, the first Gladiator broke box office records, earning over $500 million globally. It was well-received by both reviewers and fans, earning 12 Oscar nominations and winning major honors for Best Picture and Russell Crowe's Best Actor category. Gladiator 2 has been in works since the enormous success of the first movie, and Ridley Scott will be directing the film once more. The film has gone through several drafts and creative teams. Nick Cave was originally attached to create a screenplay that envisioned Russell Crowe's Maximus returning in a reincarnated form and embarking on a fanciful adventure through historical periods in an attempt to find his wife and son. Fortunately, things have shifted, and the new Gladiator 2 storyline will adhere to a superior script by David Scarpa, which Paramount acquired. Gladiator 2 will now commence filming as announced by Ridley Scott on November 14, 2023, following the conclusion of the SAG-AFTRA strike. According to Scott, filming is supposedly around half done. In an interview with Deadline, he said, "We film approximately 90 minutes, so at least that's finished. It's basically just cleaning up the sets that are already erected. I still have 90 minutes left." Gladiator 2 is official. However, the version scheduled for release in 2024 wasn't decided upon until 2021. In 2001, director Ridley Scott proposed a Gladiator sequel for the very first time. Since then, several iterations of the idea have been close to going into production, one of which where Chris Hemsworth would have co-produced. After working together on Napoleon, David Scarpa and Ridley Scott announced in November 2021 that they would be writing Gladiator 2. The film will be released in theaters in 2024, but Paramount had previously given the production the go-ahead way back in 2018. So when is Gladiator 2 coming out? November 22nd, 2024, which is a Friday, is the release date that Gladiator 2 has been set for. Gladiator 2 will probably receive a full theatrical release, giving the glorious spectacle of the previous picture. Ridley Scott productions are best experienced in theaters, especially when they're historical epics like the Gladiator sequel. The Gladiator sequel is probably going to play in theaters for a while before being made available on streaming services. Considering that Paramount acquired the movie, viewers can anticipate that following Gladiator 2's theatrical release, they would want to check out the streaming service Paramount Plus. So who is starring in Gladiator 2? Well, Gladiator 2's cast is rapidly growing because so many well-known stars are involved. Oscar-nominated actor Paul Mescal will play the title character of Lucius in the sequel to Gladiator. In the film Gladiator, Lucius is the nephew of the evil Roman Emperor Commodus, and the son of the Roman Empress Lucia. Spencer Treat Clark performed the part in the first movie, but Mescal will be assuming it. In Gladiator 2, Fred Hettinger portrays Emperor Geta, who was initially supposed to be played by Barry Keoghan. Real-life Roman Emperor Geta governed from 198 to 211. It is unclear if Geta has what it takes to be the villain who takes Commodus' place given his past, but Gladiator 2 might try to alter historical events to suit the story. Joseph Quinn, star of Stranger Things, is a new actor joining the Gladiator 2 cast. He'll be playing Emperor Kalakala. Other Gladiator survivors will also be included in the cast of Gladiator 2. Digimon Hanso will make an appearance as Juba, a former gladiator, and Connie Nelson as Lucia, Lucius's mother. Additionally, Derek Jacobi will make a comeback in the role of Roman Senate member Gracchus. Numerous actors have also been cast in parts that have not yet been revealed. Pedro Pascal is another well-known cast member of Gladiator 2, yet he also plays an unidentified part. But Denzel Washington has been one of the Gladiator 2 cast members who has received the most attention. In an interview with Total Film magazine, director Ridley Scott revealed a number of important insights regarding Denzel Washington's character in Gladiator 2. Quote, "As for Denzel's character, there were businesses of gladiators who could indeed earn their freedom if they stayed alive. That was the deal. So we went right into that, in depth. Where did he come from? How was he taken?" End quote. Scott had explained while discussing Denzel Washington's Gladiator 2 character. Quote, "He was branded with marks and registered with a brand on his chest as an enslaved person. So that's how he comes into the story. He's a rich guy who's still carrying a grudge." End quote. Gladiator 2 will not include Russell Crowe returning. It makes perfect sense that Maximus isn't featured because he died at the end of the first Gladiator, and his return will be a major Leap the Shark moment. Many, nevertheless, had hoped that Crow would still revive the iconic character, and in an interview with the Ryan Tubridy show, Crow even said that he was a little envious of newcomer Mescal's chance to play the lead role in the historical drama. In any case, Crow praised Scott's directing for the follow-up as a very smart idea and wished Mescal the best. Quote, "I'm sure at some point they'll want to ask me about something, but they haven't brought up anything in a while. It's an extension of the narrative, but it's long beyond Maximus's passing. So it doesn't really involve me at all. I hear that the young fellow Paul is a good dude, and I wish him best of luck with it. I think they're picking up the story from a young Lucius stepping into the role of Emperor. I think that's a very smart idea within the world of the film that we created." End quote. So what will happen in the Gladiator sequel? The Gladiator 2 narrative picks up more than 20 years after the events of the first movie, following a mature Lucius as he assumes Maximus's legacy. As the son of Lucia, Lucius witnessed the events of Maximus's story firsthand in Gladiator. But instead of taking the throne as Caesar, as was his birthright, he was impressed by Maximus's bravery and selflessness and pledged to continue his legacy. Now, a grown man, Lucius will probably be seen fighting in Gladiator 2 as his political connections come back to haunt him. So is there a trailer for Gladiator 2? As of now, there currently is no trailer for Gladiator 2, but as the picture is now in production and scheduled for release in 2024, a Gladiator 2 teaser is probably going to surface that year. Few movies have achieved the enormous commercial and critical success of Ridley Scott's epic historical drama, Gladiator. As you thought the genre of movies about Roman warriors had peaked with titles like Spartacus and Ben-Hur, along came Ridley Scott with a cutting-edge action film that redefined production design and included cutting-edge special effects. Gladiator had a strong and captivating tale, as if the technical aspects alone weren't enough to leave the mark on cinematic history. As most people are undoubtedly aware, the film Gladiator narrates the historically fabricated tale of Maximus, a Roman general who was overthrown in a coup by Commodus, the son of Caesar Marcus Aurelius. Maximus loses his position and is forced to work as an enslaved person in Rome's gladiatorial arenas, all while Commodus had Maximus's wife and kid executed. Driven by desire for retribution for the murder of his family, Maximus exploits his military prowess and fighting experience to rise swiftly through the ranks of Rome's most formidable gladiators. Before facing Emperor Commodus, he became a symbol of hope for Rome's beleaguered population. Since the original Gladiator movie's triumph, there has been rumors and preparations for a sequel, and Russell Crowe himself said that talks about a sequel have never really stopped. Reportedly, earlier concepts include Gladiator 2 adopting a biblical thing and reviving Maximus, as well as a more fantastical approach in which Maximus fought mythological opponents in gladiatorial combat in the Roman afterlife. Only time will tell if Gladiator 2, which has been anticipated for a long time, will stick to grounded foundations or incorporate more fantastical elements. Production, after all, has officially begun. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, don't forget to hit that like button below. If you want to stay up to date with more great content like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and ringing the notification bell so you never miss out on any future content from us. Your support means the world to us.